Hello, I'm Garrett Milbrand, the voice of Millersville Ice Hockey, and we have a CSCHC heavyweight bout on our hands tonight as your Millersville Marauders prepare to square off with your Royals of Scranton. Quick turnaround for these guys because our bus got back about 13 and a half hours ago. So they have a rested, tough squad ahead of them. So let's take a look at the keys to victory to see what they need to do this evening to extend that win streak to 4. First, you got to set that physical tone early. Think of it like the first period of a playoff series. The best way to quickly put your opponent on the back foot is to come out of the gates flying and press that physical advantage. And we know this Marauder squad can do both of those very well. Next, you got to keep the pressure on. If you've watched the Marauders this season, you know they can really turn up that pressure. That's thanks to the exceptional back ice play of Ben Bell, Kai Dunnigan, Jake Petticone, and Connor Isaac. Lean on those guys tonight, and the Marauders should be just fine. And finally, you got to sink your shots. While Millersville certainly did a whole lot of that in their past 2 games, Coach Schroeder has been preaching more clinical finishing, and he likes the volume of shots they take, but he just wants a few more of them to end in goal horns. So stick around with us, folks. We got the first period of Millersville and Scranton coming up soon.
Number 4 in the house of Mark.
Okay, Mom, I hear you loud and clear. I'll slow down, but you can't blame a guy for being excited. We got 2 of the premier squads in the conference here, so we got a full crowd at LIR. So tensions are running a little high tonight, and maybe I'm going to talk a little fast, but a lot of excitement's coming through as we got face-off coming up here for the first period against Millersville and Scranton. Millersville, their last game in October, wearing the breast cancer awareness beautiful pink sweaters tonight. Love the pink on black matchup. And we have Scranton in the black and purple, I believe. I'm colorblind, so I'm pretty sure that's purple. Something like that. Purple, yeah. Yeah. They got their Electric City on the front. 2 great sweaters facing off tonight. I do love the jersey matchups, and we have quite a good one on the ice tonight. Players getting one final skated before we tip off here at LIR. Both benches are ready to go. The Royals are ready. The Marauders are ready. It'll be Carey on the center ice draw, and Carey loses it, taken out by Scranton. Scranton gains the red line and dumps it in behind the back of Jackson Bell, who will be the starting goaltender for the Marauders tonight. His friend in the net, Gavin Rusnock, had a pretty good performance against TCNJ last night, but Bell will get the start as Corelli's shot whips in past the goaltender for Scranton tonight. That is Patrick Carlton. Dunnigan wrister comes off the pad of Carlton like that, but is picked up by Carey. Carey dumps it in, evades Corelli, but don't worry. Dunnigan is right back there in the back ice like he always is to pick up that loose change. Dunnigan dumps around, but it's intercepted by number 16. That is Joey Berzamato. Thor Martin, a hat-trick scorer in last night's affair against TCNJ, dumps the puck in, hops over the skate of West Bieber, and is picked up by Scranton. Bieber interception at center ice, but evades the stick of a Marauder. That's number 17. Thor Martin hops over his stick, but O'Connell is right there on it. Keep your eyes on O'Connell tonight, folks. That kid is a highlight factory on the ice. So watch for number 29 to do something cool. Johnny Morgan works it in, gets dispossessed in the faceoff circle, but 18, Aiden Stromberg's right there to pick him up. Petticone bumping, trying to get it out of the boards there. Gym teacher tells him to kick that one out. Gets it out. Stromer looking for a man in the middle. No one's there to pick up the change right there, and Scranton takes control of the puck. Scranton works it through the midline, but it's taken out by Millersville again. Ooh! Stromberg blows a tire and runs into the end boards there. But he keeps possession with it. Don't worry. He's a big fella. He'll be all right. Jake Petticone evades his stick, but Petticone keeps it. He has Stromberg. Takes it himself, tries to go short side on Carlton, but Carlton sends it away. Scranton keeping with possession of their own end. Nearly hops over the glass, but we got the Bell and Petticone in the back ice. Bell almost loses it, but he keeps it on, trips his man up. And nearly a disaster there for the Marauders as Bell blows a tire, but quickly hops back on it as we have a stoppage with 17:57 remaining in the opening frame. Marauders leading the shot total 1-0. Another player to watch out for tonight, Thor Martin. Wherever there's a play to be made, Thor is right there, behind both goals and everywhere in between. He is a dangerous force on the ice. Looks like Ryder is there. And Rysack takes it, kicks it to Ryder. Ryder tries to find Rysack again, but it's taken out by a couple of Royals in a face-off circle. Zerko has it in front of net. Zerko just hops off his stick, but he shakes it back down. Zerko whips it out. Finds Rysack. Rysack to the middle. Evades Zerko's stick, but Waters has it behind the net. Waters tried to find someone there, but no pink jerseys to be found as Rysack takes it again. Rysack loops it around the ice, has Ryder. Ryder kicks it out. And then to 43, that is Jonah Bird. Bird works it in, gets off Waters' stick, and Scranton has a breakaway here. Smartly defended by Jonah Bird as Rysack maintains position and kicks it back out to Bird, but quickly gives it away in front of the net of Bell. Dangerous opportunity there, but a black jersey was not ready for it, so the Marauders keep the score right where it is at 0-0. But Scranton is right back on the attack as we go under 17 minutes here. Wes Kopcho dicks it out and is picked up by Zerko. Zerko back to Kopcho. Finds Rysack. Rysack intercepted in the middle, but it goes right back to him. Rysack taking a quick breather behind the net of Jackson Bell. Goes over the stick of Wanshop and back down towards the net of Carlton. I don't get the icing call. Upcoming schedule for your Marauders. One more game left in October, as in a Halloween night, we head down to Stockton for a spooky matchup against the Ospreys. And in November, on the 8th, we'll head to Seton Hall. On the 14th, we go to Newman. And our next game here back at LAR will be November 15th against UPenn. And that will be Armed Forces and First Responders night. Face-off draw, one there by Scranton. A quick breakaway attempt by the Marauders there. I believe that's Kopcho with it. Kopcho has Wanshop in the middle, but he takes it himself right into the breadbasket of Patrick Carlton. A little bit of history between Carlton and the Marauders here. I believe he used to play on the same team as Johnny Morgan back in the day. So a lot of guys playing the same teams. They know each other. So with this being a regular rivalry match with CSCHC, there's a lot of familiarity between these guys. So they know their games quite well. So you can expect a great one here tonight. As Dunnigan chasing his man back down, but he got a breakaway here. That's number 16, Bertizano. Zamo quickly dispossessed, and it goes to Wanshop again, but he's taken away by Ryan Timon. Timon and Bertazamo harassing Wanshop, but Slayball comes away with it. Slayball is looking for his opening goal of the season as he takes a big old hit right there. Dangerous opportunity here for Scranton. That's number 15, I believe. Actually, 16. I think it's Bertazamo behind the net. Millersville has it again, being hounded behind the net of Bell. Bieber loses it. Squirts out and finds a black jersey. Scranton working it down. Takes a big hit from Marauder there. No one can quite find it. And the Marauders have it again if they can be quick. I believe that means Martin for Martin. Falls offside. With that stoppage in play, we'll take a look at news from around the conference. Scores from last night's game had Westchester handling Stockton 9-1, Newman edging on a 5-4 win at UPenn, and Drexel downing George Mason 1-0. Long bus ride for those Drexel Dragons. Face-off won there by Jake Petticone. Kicks it out to him. Dumps in past the net of Carlton, chasing down. That's Bieber. Bieber just misses the puck and his man crushed into the wall by himself there, but he's okay. Carey chasing it out, picked up by the younger Petticone. Wrister from Petticone. Denied by Carlton. That's the Marauders' fourth shot of the evening. Scranton has it working out. That's number 21. That's Danny Tedesco. Tedesco, this for tonight. Couple guys run into each other. That's Stromberg took today. Stromberg doesn't take kind to that kind of physicality. Shows it right back in kind. You know he's the guy to do that. He's not going to take that Lions out. A little too much mustard on the shot for Morgan as he has it in front of net. And we have a whistle. We'll leave an offside call on the Marauders, I think. Yep, offside. Icing. Morgan almost opened the scoring here tonight, but just a little too much on that puck to get it to him. Face-off will come back down to the glove side of Jackson Bell. 4:51 remaining here in our opening frame. Shot scan 3-1 Marauders and 0-0 where it matters. Face-off won by Scranton. Glove side shot of Bell, no good. As Millersville dumps it back out. Scranton gains possession in their D zone, finds number 91. That is Jackson McCormick. McCormick working it down, trying to find his man in the middle. Taken away by that vaunted Marauder center ice defense. And glove by Jackson Bell. Hasn't had to face too many tough shots tonight. That was his first one right at eye level. Gloves it, no problem for that senior goaltender from Millersville. Another great product of the Palmyra Black Knights. A lot of good players coming out of that system. Has the shot on Bell. Skies harmlessly into the netting, and we'll do that again. Face-off looked pretty nice. Okay, we'll do it again twice. Another glove side face-off of Bell coming up. Looks like it'll be Zerko on the draw for the Marauders. Face-off one there by Millersville. Bouncing puck behind the net of Bell, but he's right back to it. And looks like Rysack will have it. Rysack works out to Waters. Ryder lays his hit on the man. As Zerko in the middle. Takes it himself. Shot no good on the stick side of Carlton. Scranton working it up. That's number 92. Evan Rivera dispossessed there by a pink jersey. Scranton working it out. Ooh, dangerous deflection in front of the pads of Bell. Greatly defended there by Millersville with Rysack there on the deflection. Rysack dumps it back out, but quickly taken away by Scranton again. Scranton works it in, trying to find that centering pass, but Rysack's there on defense again. He is stout so far this game. John Waters chasing it down. Waters has Ryder in the middle, dishes to Ryder. Ryder takes a big hit in front of the Scranton bench, and he is dispossessed with a black jersey, taken it away again. Evenly played first couple minutes here at LIR. You to be expected out of these teams are trying to feel each other out. Jacob Schindler has entered the game for Millersville. Working around the net. I believe the net came off. It's more in the well. Okay. Bell puts the net back on. Conscious goaltender. Has Martin as behind the net. Dishes it back out. Goes behind the back. Number 13, that's Quinton Morena. Morena jukes out Schindler. Keeps himself, tries to work it to his man. That's number 24, Anthony Gagliano. Gagliano quickly loses it. And Schindler picks up the loose change. Schindler was a force in last night's game against TCJ. Dishes to Slayball. Slayball and Schindler working on the right side. Picked up by Martin. Martin. Wrister right into the belly of Patrick Carlton. Coach Schroeder really likes to preach taking the goalie's eye line off and trying to make him move laterally, get him off there. And the Marauders haven't quite done that so far. A lot of the shots on Carlton are going right to the middle. No problem for the Scranton goaltender. Face off to the stick side of Carlton coming up. We have that Zerko on the draw from the Marauders. That's O'Connell. Saw the 9, didn't see the 2. Well, one there by O'Connell. Evades a couple of Marauders, but it's picked up by JMO. Morgan works it out to his man. That's Martin. Martin takes a big hit. He's being harassed in his own D zone. Scranton really keeping that pressure on the Marauders early as Martin takes a big hit. But he's right back up, and it goes to Stromberg. Just evades his stick. Picked up by Stromberg. Stromberg trying to work to Ryder and Ryder. Muscled off by his man. And O'Connell will chase it down. O'Connell taking it himself through the middle. O'Connell works it to Morgan. Morgan dumps it around the end boards. Picked up by Stromberg. Stromberg has Martin behind him, and he tries to go that way. Martin dishes back up to Stromberg. Tries to find Morgan in the middle, but it's kicked off. And Morgan will chase it down. Morgan by himself works out, finds Stromberg. Stromberg to the middle. A little too much on it for Morgan as Stromberg takes another big hit there, really targeting the Millersville big man early in this game. Harry is on the ice, and he picks it up with Martin in the back. Harry shot right in front of the... And Carlton, a bit of a scrum in front of net. Evades the goaltender for just a second, but that's all he needs to pick it up.
Good chance. And
And we missed it, but there was a penalty called on the ice, number 26 for Scranton. That's Joey Petreka is in the sin bin for another 56 seconds as the Marauders trying to press a man advantage here. It'll be Carey on the stick side draw for the Marauders, but quickly loses it. Attempted a clear, stopped by Dunnigan in the back. Dunnigan and Bell doing what they do best, keeping that puck in the O-zone for the Marauders. Bell works it out. Tries to find the open lane, scrum in front of net. Zerko almost had it. It's chaos in front of the net, and somehow it does not go for Millersville. But Bell picks up a loose change and keeps it in. Right back to Bell. Bell working it out. Bell finds Waters. Waters working it out. Kicks to Dunnigan. Dunnigan back to Bell. 30 seconds remaining on the man advantage for Millersville as it finds Dunnigan again. Dunnigan harassed behind in the O-zone here. And it squirts past the stick. And Bell will have to chase it down. Bell works it around. Picked up by Zerko in front of us here. Another 9 seconds on the man advantage for number 9. Zerko dishes to Waters. Waters open the face-off circle, finds Dunnigan. Dunnigan, one-timer. Off the pads harmlessly of Carlton. And we are back to 5-on-5 hockey with about 10 minutes remaining in our opening frame. A little too fast for O'Connell as he blows a skate there. And it'll be number 92, Evan Rivera. Rivera's shot just above the crossbar of Jackson Bell. Dangerous opportunity early on. Maybe a little bit of chippiness going on now. Millersville seems to have a rivalry with every team in the conference, and that's very exemplified here tonight. A couple cross-checks going on as Carey will head to the sin bin for the Marauders here. Maybe said something, maybe did something. Didn't quite see what happened there. But right after they get off the power play, the Marauders are going right to their penalty kill. 2 minutes. Shot scan 9-2 Millersville. But a couple more will be coming for Scranton here, probably. Ooh, that's number 11, Miles McGovern, taking a big hit into the boards as the Marauders look to kill this opening penalty for Scranton. Back to McGovern. McGovern's low, seeing eye shot, can't find the net of Bell. Clear attempts by Millersville and Stromberg trying to clear it out, dispossessed by McGovern. McGovern goes 5-0 on Ryder and keeps the puck in the Millersville O-zone. Minute and a half remaining on the man advantage for the Royals. Kicks it out, Ryder on his man. Bird dropping down. Scranton content to keep it. McGovern works to his man on the point. Rister in there. No problem for Bell. This great center ice defense. Clears it again. The kill will probably be about a minute left from Scranton. Gets the next opportunity in as both teams get a big line change up. Get a lot of fresh legs on the ice. O'Connell hounding his man in the middle. Shot again, just a little too high above the head of Jackson Bell. 57 seconds remaining on the man advantage. Shot, dangerous opportunity in the middle right there. Had a man open, but he couldn't get his stick down to it. Another shot right in front of Bell. Can't get to the Millersville netminder. 9-3 reads the shot total with 9:11 remaining in the opening frame. Scranton still controlling. Heads back trying to find that opening lane. That's been a lot more open than it has been for other teams against Millersville. Great clearance there by Millersville. That'll bring it down to about 30 seconds left. And that was Walter O'Connell on the great clearance by Millersville. Scranton will get some fresh legs on the ice to make do of their last 24 seconds on the Carey penalty. Morgan will head to the bench for the Marauders. Shot. Again, they're working pretty high on Bell. They are not able to get those shots down as they heads into the netting with 8:41 remaining on our opening frame and 15 seconds remaining on the carry penalty. Standings around the conference. Westchester still sits uncontested at the top with 14 points. Scranton and Newman with 8. Drexel, Millersville, and Stockton with 6 points. UPenn and Seton Hall with 2. And TCNJ still looking for their first point and win of the season. Another dangerous attempt. Could have got down to the stick of Evan Rivera there, but he wasn't quite quick enough to hold on to it. 5 seconds left on the kill from the Marauders. Centering pass broken up by the Marauders there, and they kill the penalty. Both penalty kill units for these both teams getting a bit of a test here early on, and neither crack. Still 0-0 on the big board. Shot again, working high on Bell, not able to get it down next to him. Carey chasing the man back there, but it's picked up by Martin. Martin tries to dish to Carey. A little too much on it for him, but Martin's there to back himself up and finds Bell. Bell sticks it. Scranton hounding Millersville behind their own net, but they get out of it as somebody loses a stick there. Looks like it was Carey lost his stick. Threatening offense in front of the net of Carlton, couldn't quite convert as Scranton takes possession away again. Pirelli and Bieber behind the net, can't get it to go. Goes off Dunnigan. Dunnigan's back on it. Bell lets it go behind him. Dunnigan works back to Rysack. Rysack dishes to Dunnigan. Dunnigan middle feed. I believe that's Slayball I took it to. And finds Corelli. That's Justin Corelli. Gains the blue line. Corelli! Justin Corelli! What a snipe! To open the scoring up for the Marauders in their 10th shot. They convert. Political scoring from Justin Corelli right there. Nothing that Carlton could have done worked. Just top pipe on him. Not even the best goalie's going to stop that one. Howitzer shot at Justin Corelli opens up the scoring for the Marauders as they take an early 1-0 lead with 7.5 minutes remaining here in the first frame. Draw one by the Maraud. Kicked it up. That's a right sack in the dump in. Chased down by Slayball. Slayball is hungry for his opening goal, and he's going to try to get it tonight. Scranton looking to punch back in the Marauders early on. Picked up by Wes Bieber. Bieber dishes cross-ice feed to Rysack. Rysack hot, shoots it in. Picked up by Copshow. Copshow dumps it around the end board since Wanshop chasing it down. Slayball wanted to pass, but Wanshop couldn't connect with him. Picked up by Scranton. Scranton chasing down. Bieber's got to hold up a little bit. And we got a whistle on the ice. I believe it's icing on the Royals. And if you're wondering why the Royals are called that, they have a kind of unique name. It's because after a Name the Team contest in 1946, a contestant suggested they be called the Royal Purple, but Royals was decided on for the official team nickname. They also have a wolf mascot named Iggy after St. Ignatius. We'll learn that earlier. Draw by Zerko coming up on the glove side of Carlton. Won by the Pinks. Picked out by Zerko, but denied by a pair of black jerseys. Rysack's right there in his spot. But the puck evades, and it's Ryder chasing down. Ryder tries to lay the big head on his man. I think he got more than he dished there. Zerko dumps it in. Zerko again takes another big hit. Forced it out to Rysack. Rysack, low, seeing eye shot, can't get past Carlton, as I think it just missed the post of the Scranton netminder. Gould line changes here. Dumps off the board quickly, intercepted by Millersville. That was Rysack dumping it in. Hops over the stick of Zerko, picked up by Morgan. Morgan works it back to Bird, who finds Rysack. Rysack dumps in. Shot around the boards by Scranton and picked up again by Rysack. It's like Rysack's got a boomerang out there with the puck. It always seems to find him right after he shoots it in. Morgan evades a trio of Scranton defenders taken on the defense by himself. Still chasing his man down, but Morgan couldn't get it to go as it falls to Petticone again. Petticone behind the back pass. Finds Morgan. Morgan dumps it down. It's O'Connell behind the net. And Morgan's on the far side. Morgan picks it up, finds O'Connell. 19-29 connection. Morgan finds it in, gets it to his man. That's Carey on the face-off circle, but Carey couldn't get it to go. Stromberg on side. Dade Stromberg, but finds Petticone, hops over Petticone's stick. As we near 5 minutes remaining here in the opening frame, shot scan 11-4 Millersville. And where it matters, Millersville still up 1-0. Bit of a knuckle puck denied there by Carlton, but picked up by Stromberg again for the net. Dangerous opportunity there. But good center ice defense from Scranton denies the Marauders their opportunity for a second. Millersville keeping going at Stromberg, trying to find Bell in the middle, but finds Petticone instead. Petticone dumps it around the boards. We got another Marauder coming on the ice. Scranton keeping it down. Bieber trying to put a little pressure on his man, but it evades Bieber and finds Dunnigan instead. Dunnigan works it down. Finds Bell behind the net of his brother Jackson. Bell loses it in the faceoff circle. Could have been a dangerous opportunity, but Marauders take advantage of it and gain possession back. It's Dunnigan behind the net. Dunnigan taking his time, catching his breath a little bit. Works down, tries to find Bieber in the middle, but instead it's picked up by Carey. Carey working it down, finds Bieber just behind him. And picked up by Scranton again. That's number 7, Ryan Timon. Timon's opportunity gets by. Another decent stick work from Martin there, but he lets his man through. But don't worry, his boy Jackson's there to stop him. As get a little bit of scrum from the net. Hey, don't touch my goalie, buddy. You're going to get a bump from me. Teams have got to be protective of their goalie right there. So even a little nudge on him is going to get a big reaction out of this Marauder squad. Refs trying to get a can on it early as they don't want tensions exploding too much early. You know, again, it's a tension-filled matchup, but you don't want anything like this happening too early because we still got a whole second and third period to play. A lot of hockey still left to go. Stoppage of play comes with 4:10 remaining in the opening period. Shot scan, 12-5 in favor of Millersville. Draw to the glove side of Jackson Bell coming up. Ref ready. Everyone's ready. One by Scranton. Scranton kicks it out. Shot from the point just above the head of Bell. Again, they're trying to go high at him. They just can't get the puck to stay down. Thankful. Carey hounding his man out in the O-zone here. But dished out. Bieber attempted an interception there. But don't worry. Picked up by Dunnigan. Dunnigan in the back ice works it out. Intercepted by Scranton. 3:45 remaining in the opening frame. Bit of chaos in the endboards there. That's number 91. That's Jackson McCormick trying to get the wrister in, but denied by Bell. Tries to find. That's Jake Mangano in the middle. Mangano works it down. Around the boards, picked up by Rivera. Rivera dispossessed by a trio of Marauders. Dunnigan chasing down. Dangerous opportunity in the middle in front of Bell. Has him on the net. He gets back to it. Bell has his head on his swivel and shuts the door on Scranton. That's their 6th and 7th shot at the frame with about 3 minutes left to go. Again, dangerous opportunity. Slap shot again. Trying to go high on Bell, but it just finds the glass behind him. Got again and on Bell. No problem for the Millersville netminder. As it falls to a friendly pink jersey behind the net of Bell. They were working out. Probably the best offensive opportunity for Scranton in this early on game. Couldn't get it to convert, though, as Slaybaugh works down. Slaybaugh takes it himself, tries to go short side on Carlton, but Carlton shuts the door. Picked up by Rysack. Rysack and Slaybaugh working together on the right side. But it's picked up by Scranton as Wanshop lays a big hit on his man. Wanshop and his man tussle and fall to the ground as Wanshop. Just a little extra. Ref wasn't looking. Marauders get away with it right there, but Wanshop's not going to get any retribution for that one as he takes another big bump from his man. Tensions flaring early on. A lot of big hits in center ice happening. Fans don't seem to appreciate it on either side, and the refs are going to call a whistle here. Don't know if it picked up on camera. Wanshop had a little bit of an altercation with his man on the ground, kind of headlocked him a bit, and took a big cross check from a Royal right after it. Again, these teams do not like each other very much, and that's very evident from how they're playing. 2:13 remaining in the first period. Shots read at 12-7 Millersville. Back. Millersville win the draw and ditch it to the right side, but quickly dispossessed and taken out by McGovern. McGovern works cross-eyes feed to his man, but Morgan's chasing him down. Just a little too much mustard on it for Rysack as it hops over his stick. Rysack takes a duo hit from a Royal in the middle, but Rysack keeps with it. Rysack shot just a little behind Stromberg. Stromberg dumps it in. Rysack chases it down and picked up by Morgan. Morgan whiffs on it, but it's picked up by O'Connell. O'Connell working it down, trying to find Morgan, and he's got him. Morgan from center ice finds Stromberg. Stromberg working down. Stromberg takes it himself. Again, tries to go short side on Carlton, but denied. Falls to Jake Petticone, the younger Petticone, trying to step in his brother Joe's footsteps, and I believe he's doing a great job so far this season. Picked up by Stromberg. Stromberg again takes another big hit from a black jersey tonight. Thankfully, Dr. Weaver's down there. He's probably going to be seeing him in the trainer's table after the game tonight. Stromberg's taking a lot of big hits from the Scranton team. Zerko, good poke check in the middle. Zerko again keeping with this man. I believe he fell on his own there, not a push from Zerko. Petticone shot down the middle. Skip in front of the net. No one can get him to go. A whole mess of sticks in front of the net of Carleton, but no goals. Shots read 13-7 Millersville with under a minute left to go in the opening frame. Both teams looking to get back into the locker room. Refs probably hoping they do so they can stop tensions from overboiling here at LIR. Draw one by Zerko, picked up on the skater Ryder, but falls to Petticone. Petticone tries to work back to Ryder, a little too much on for him. Gets over Zerko. Zerko tries to find Petticone in the middle, but Petticone wasn't looking in the right direction, and it's picked up by Scranton. Scranton with about 40 seconds left. Another big hit in front of the Millersville bench. As Waters will take another extra hit. Zerko took a big hit in front of his boys. Crowd does not like it very much. Looks like it'll be dueling penalties, as it'll be Waters and McCormick heading to the bench. For the last 38.1 of the opening frame, it'll be 4-on-4 hockey. A lot of open ice to work with. Ref tells him to let it get go. Chippy game so far, but the Marauders lead where it counts. Picked up by Bieber. Bieber tries to get the breakaway there, but Corelli chases it back down. Corelli works out. Bump in front. Corelli knocked off. Shot again, a high on Bell. 23 seconds remaining in the opening frame. Picked up by McGovern. McGovern works to the middle. No problem. Picked up by Bell. Bell works it down. 15 remaining. Bell content to take his time and maybe have the last shot of the period. Bell takes it himself past Bieber. Bell goes in just off the stick of Carleton. Rodgers dumped it back in, picked up by Wes Bieber. And that'll do it for an action-packed first period here at LIR. The good guys ahead, 1-0. When we come back for the second, it'll be 1:22 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey. So stick with us then. We'll see you in about 10 minutes for the second period here from LIR.